Danger by Richard Hughes. Our story begins with two young people named Jack and Mary standing in a gallery of a Welsh coal mine as part of a large tour group. The tour group has been escorted down a long elevator shaft literally hundreds of feet into the mine. Their tour takes them to long, dark corridors, dimly lit by an aging electrical system consisting of frayed wires and dusty bulbs, some of which are illuminated, some of which are not. Jack and Mary have slipped well behind the rest of the group, beyond shouting distance of their fellow tourists. The lights suddenly go out.
Hello, what's happened?
The lights have gone out.
Where are you?
Here.
Where? I can't find you.
Here, I'm holding my hand out.
I can't find it.
Why, here.
Oh, what's that?
It's all right. It's only me.
Oh, you did frighten me. Touching me suddenly like that in the dark, I had no idea you were so close.
Catch hold of my hand. Whatever happens, we mustn't lose each other.
That's better. But the lights, well, why have they gone out?
I don't know. I suppose something has gone with the generator. They'll turn them up again in a minute.
Oh, Jack, I hate the dark.
Cheer up, darling. It'll be all right in a minute or two.
But it's so frightfully dark down here.
Well, no wonder. There must be nearly 1,000 feet between us and the daylight. It's not surprising it's a bit dusky.
I didn't know there could be such utter darkness as this. Ever. It's so dark. It's as though there never was such a thing as light. Anywhere. Oh, Jack, it's like being blind.
They'll turn the lights up again soon.
Oh, I wish I'd never come down in this beastly mine. I knew something would go wrong.
But it'll be all right. It's only the light.
Where are the others?
They're just on ahead, not far.
Well, suppose we get lost.
We can't get lost, Mary dear.
I wish you hadn't wanted to drop behind the others. Oh, Jack, I'm afraid of the dark.
Well, my mistake. Buck up, Mary, old girl. It'll soon be over.
And I wish we had left those miner's lamp things they gave us behind. Listen. There's someone coming.
Of all the incompetent idiots turning the lights off just when a party of visitors were seeing the place. Call this a coal mine. It's a damn dark rabbit hole, I call it. A rotten rat hole, a dratted, wet, smelly drain pipe. The dithering fools.
It's Mr. Bax. Hello.
Hello. Who's there? Of all the stupid, meddlesome idiots.
Oh, Mr. Bax, what's happened? Is it all right?
Is it all right indeed, leaving us suddenly in the dark like this?
But has there been an accident?
Goodness knows. I'd expect anything of a country like Wales. They've got a climate like the flood and a language like the Tower of Babel. And then they go and lure us into the bowels of the earth and turn the lights off. Wretched, incompetent, their houses are full of cockroaches.
Well, I suppose the only thing to do is to sit and wait for the lights to go up again.
There's no danger, is there?
No, young lady, there's no danger, but it's damned unpleasant.
Oh, I don't know. I'm beginning to think it's rather fun.
Well, if you can find any fun in breaking your shins in the dark.
Why don't you call it fun? Being in a pit disaster.
Ah, wait, but this isn't a disaster. It's only the lights.
I know, of course, silly. You don't think it would be fun if it were a real disaster, do you? But the lights going out might have meant a disaster. And think how thrilling it's going to be to talk about it afterwards. I say, Jack.
Yes.
Let's pretend it's serious.
Well, what do you mean?
Let's pretend it's a real disaster and we're cooped up here forever and we'll never be able to get out.
Well, don't joke about it.
Oh, why not? There's no real danger, is there? Let's get all the thrills we can.
Well, of all the morbid young people nowadays.
I love thrills. Let's pretend the roof has fallen in and they can't get at us.
Well, very well. What a baby you are. Here we are, my dear, buried alive.
Oh, Jack.
At last, they will never find us.
Oh, Jack.
Well,
Well, I'm so frightened.
what at?
Well, about the roof having fallen in.
Oh, but it hasn't. It's only pretense.
Yes, but when I pretend, it seems so real.
Then don't pretend.
But I want to pretend. I want to be frightened. Only hold my hand, will you? Okay, go on.
We shall suffocate or starve or both, my dear, in each other's arms.
Oh, Jack.
Even death shall not part us.
Oh, Jack, don't. It's too awful.
Ah, but there'll be articles in all the newspapers.
Oh, I wish I could read them.
You can't have your funeral and watch it, young lady.
Oh, this is fun. I wouldn't have missed this for anything. Won't I make Daddy's flesh creep?
They hear a distant explosion that shakes the mine and increases in volume as the wave of sound comes rolling toward and past them.
Oh,
Good God! Mary,
oh, Jack! Jack!
quiet, you little fool. Let go. You're throttling me. Let go of me.
Oh! Oh, the dust is choking me. I can't breathe. Oh!
Stop screaming, you. You expect to be able to breathe if you're screaming all the breath out of your body.
Oh, Jack!
Quiet. Pull yourself together. We're all right. We're not hurt.
No, sir, we're not hurt. But listen, water.
Shut up, you idiot. Don't let her hear.
What's that? What's that roaring?
It's only the echo.
Oh, Mr. Bax, can't we find the others?
I don't think we could, young lady. Wouldn't be much use to us if we did.
Oh, good God. Good God. Good God.
They're no better off than we are.
What, listen. That must be them. That must be the others. They can't be very far off. Let's call to them.
Sound carries a long way in the tunnel. But listen, Gad, those chaps have courage.
Oh, you're finding some good in the Welsh then, after all?
The echo's getting louder. Oh, Jack, it isn't an echo. It's water. The mine is flooding. We'll be drowned.
I wish I had the faith of those chaps, sir. It'd make dying easy.
Oh, Jack, I don't want to die. I won't.
It's got to come sometime, young lady. Isn't it better for it to happen now in your lover's arms? Death might have parted you two, instead of which he's simply joining you closer
I want
together.
to live.
Shut up, you old fool. It's all very well to be stoical about death at your age, but we're young. We've got all life before us.
Can't you keep quiet about it yet then, you young jackanapes? Do you think I want to die either? But it ain't good manners to talk about it. Where'd we be if we all started screaming about it, eh? Behave yourself, sir. Those chaps over there don't want to die either, but they don't make a fuss about it. They're singing hymns. If you and me don't feel like singing hymns, We can at least behave like gentlemen.
Behave like gentlemen indeed. I tell you, it's all very well for an old chap like you who'll die anyway in a year or two, but it's different for us. We're young.
Well, if you want to make a scene, you shall have one, sir. Do you think it's any easier for the old to die than the young? I tell you, it's harder, sir. Life is like a trusted friend. He grows more precious as the years go by. What's your life to mine? A shadow, sir. Yours, 20-odd years of imbecile childhood, lunatic youth. The rest a mere rosy presumption of the future. Mine, 6 solid years of solid real living. No mere rosy dream. You think it's as easy for me to leave my solid substance as you to leave your worthless shadow?
Huh. What's your life worth to the world? Who's dependent on you? What good are you to anyone?
And what good are you, young man?
One person is dependent on me anyway.
You mean you're loved by this young lady? If you both die, what loss is that to the world? Two opposite quantities canceling out.
Oh, you beast! You cruel beast!
I must speak, madam, in common justice to my age, since that young cub has started the subject. The old are always being twitted with their unwillingness to die. Yet it's the most natural thing in the world that it should be the young who haven't a notion of what life really is, who should be ready to chuck it away for any footling reason that comes along.
Look here, instead of talking like this, let's do something. Let's make some sort of an attempt to escape.
What do you propose to do, young man?
I look for some way out. We can't stay down here and drown like rats in a cage.
If you start to walk, my boy, you'll start to run. And if you start to run, you'll get in a panic and go mad in the dark. I'd rather die with my wits about me.
I'd rather not die at all.
Keeping still is the only thing for us if we don't want to lose our heads. Remember, where goodness knows how far into the side of the hill, what earthly hope do you think there is of finding our way out?
Oh, the dark! I do hate the dark! I think I could go more easily if I could see the light just once before it happened.
Listen, here it comes. Listen.
Yes, it will be on us in another 5 minutes.
Oh, pray heaven it finishes us off quickly.
Oh, think of dying somewhere out in the open, in the sunlight. Me able to see you, you able to see me. What bliss that would be.
You know, it's strange how little chaps wonder what will happen to them after death. One hardly thinks about it, and yet I don't know how thrilled we would be if we met a chap who really knew. In 5 minutes, we're going to know ourselves, all three of us. I've always wanted to travel. Now I'm really going to.
Oh, Jack, my poor dear.
Mary, do you know, I'm beginning to feel as excited about it as a child going to the seaside for the first time. Aren't you?
Jack, how queer you are. I never looked at it like that.
Well, I wasn't in any hurry to die, but now it's coming. And I feel sort of proud of myself, as if it were a wonderful thing to manage to pull off.
Oh, Jack, darling.
There's only one thing I'm sorry about.
What is it?
I've forgotten the luggage.
Jack!
The train's coming and there's no time to go back for it. Who'll feed the parrot?
Jack!
Pull yourself together, sir. Keep control.
It's all right, Bax. I'm not going off my nut. I mean what I say. What do you think I've got to live for, besides myself and Mary? Why, my work. If it wasn't for that, Bax, I'd go to death without caring a damn. I'd die just for the fun of the thing, to see what it felt like.
I shouldn't worry about that if I was you. The world will get on all right without you, never you fear. And what is your work?
Oh. I write poetry.
Good God, and you call that work?
Oh, Jack, the water's coming. It's over my feet. Oh!
Courage, dear, courage.
Oh, Jack, I don't want to die. I hate it. I loathe it. I want to live.
Don't make it harder, dear. You don't think it's fun for me, you having to die?
Oh, Jack, it's awful. Only for an hour more. Oh, I do want to live another hour, Jack. There was something I wanted to say to you, and I can't remember it. Oh, I must remember. It'll be too late soon. Oh, Jack.
Oh, God. Can't I be allowed to finish my work?
Damn your work, sir. Do you think you're the only one dying before it's time? I tell you, every man dies before his time, even if he lives till he's old as Methuselah.
Up to my knees.
Yeah, don't clutch at me like that, Mary. It won't do any good.
But the water, the current's washing me away.
I've got you. And I've got my other arm around the wooden thing here.
Hold tight then.
I've got it tight.
If only I could see you.
Just think of all the things I had meant to do.
Shut up about the things you meant to do, you young cub. Will you realize we're all in the same boat and it's as hard for me to die as you? Or worse, by gad, 1,000 times worse.
You hoary old sinner. Can't you prepare to get out of the world instead of cursing at me?
Oh, Jack, let's pray.
Pray if you like, Mary. I can't.
Oh, Jack, don't.
Help! Help! I can't die. I won't die. I'm an old man. I won't. I won't. I won't.
Hold yourself in, you old coward.
Poor Mr. Bax. I'm quite calm now. I don't mind dying a bit.
Nor do I. Now it's so
Help
close.
me. Help! Help! Help!
It's no good, Mr. Bax. No one can possibly hear us. The only thing to do is keep calm. It won't be long now.
Oh, help! Help! Help!
Wait. What's that? Listen.
Help! Help!
Shut up, Bax. We want to listen.
It's up to my waist now, Jack.
My God, it's someone tapping. We're here. Farther along.
They'll find our bodies, that's all.
They'll find us if we're quick enough. Farther along still. Yes, that's right.
They can't possibly be quick enough. Besides, I don't want them to find us.
Oh, it's a strange thing, Mary, but before I looked on death as a terrible thing, and now I am so nearly dead, I wouldn't come back to life for anything. There's such a lot to find out on the other side.
Help! Pick quicker, you fools! Quicker! We're drowning!
Stop it, Bax. They won't be in time. Why can't you behave sensibly?
Jack, darling, I'll never leave you.
How do you know they'll let you stay with him, you little fool? What do you know of death? I tell you, death isn't heaven and it isn't hell. Death's dying, you young dolts. Death's being nothing. Not even a dratted ghost clanking its chains on the staircase.
My soul's immortal, Mr. Bax. I know that.
But if your soul's immortal, is your mind immortal? Or is your soul gonna wander about without one, like an imbecile, eh? You young fools, you never thought. I have. Oh my God, I have. These last 10 years.
Oh, Jack, it's up to my chin. Help me.
Let me lift you in my arms, darling. Then when it's up to my chin, we'll die together.
Oh, say it isn't true. What he's been saying.
Of course it's not true, darling.
Hurry up, you dolts, you blockheads. Smash your way in. We're drowning, I tell you. Drowning. Quick, quick.
Goodbye, dear Jack.
My God, they must be nearly through. God, with suspense. How much longer before we know whether we're going to live or die? I don't care which, but I do want to know.
Look, there's a light. A hole in the roof. Quick, quick.
They're through. They're through.
Quick, below there! Catch onto the rope!
Quick! I'm an old man.
There's a girl here.
By gad, Jack, a near shave. Come along, young lady. I've got the rope.
She's fainted.
Never mind. Pass her up. She'll be all right.
Pass the bight of the rope round her shoulders!
Well, she's had the thrill she wanted, all right. Give you something to write about, too, my boy. All right above there? Have you got her?
Right! Now the next!
Up you go, Mr. Bax.
No, my boy, after you. You're more valuable in the world than I am.
Nonsense, sir. After you. You're an older man than I am. Quick, sir, or there won't be time.
You've got Mary to think of. Now, Jack, haul away up there.
In what seemed an instantaneous motion, Bax had tightly fastened the bight of the rope around the young man and pulled hard on the rope to indicate to the voices above the readiness to reel the man in. Within seconds, Jack rises out of the water and is suspended in air.
No, 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 lower me. It's me you're hauling up, and it ought to be Bax.
Jack at first helplessly allows himself to be brought up to the top by the men, then grabs onto the rock at the surface when opportunity presents itself and hauls himself out, the rope still firmly tied to his shoulders. Before he can catch his breath, Jack quickly removes the rope and hands it off to the men above.
I'm all right. Lower away again. Below there. Bax! Catch hold. Have you got it? Hey! Bax! Bax! Good God. He's gone.